Hello, viewers, and what is going on? My name is Chuck Brother, and you are tuning into the midweek recap, where we recap what's going on in the market for the week, and I'll be talking about if uh, I'm in a position or if I'm looking to get into a position. So let's go ahead, let's get to it. It is Wednesday, on the beautiful August of 8th. And let's go ahead and take a little look at our watch list. Now, currently I am in NTNX. Um, my average price per share is 51.42. I have 19 shares. I'm like I have said on the previous Stock Talk Sunday, I am working on a new strategy, and I would and I kind of botched it today. I woke up pretty late, and I would have sold right here at 52.90, but that obviously did not go. That obviously did not work out for me. But um, as you can see, it is trending down for the day, making lower lows. As you can see, that is very unattractive to me. But there are a couple of things that are working out for it that would make me want to stay in. Right now, it could be on the four, as you can see on the 4 hour chart, it can bounce right here at 51.56, so it still has that leg holding it up. On the 1 hour chart, this is the one that I like the most right here. It's forming a support at 51.79, and as you can see from yesterday, that was yesterday's support as well. So if it can't hold this if it can't hold 51.80 by the end of the day and it continues to break down, then I will no longer be interested in this position, and I will have my eyes set on something else. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next ticker. I'll get into the ETFs last. Now, CGC, Canopy Growth Corp. This is the first American weed company. I had this one on my list for Stock Talk Sunday, as you can see down here for the weekly watch list, CGC. Um, and as you can see, it hit my alert at 27, the breakout point, the previous resistance, and it gapped up to highs of 27.32 and pulled back and bounced perfectly off of the possible new support line of uh $27, and now it has gapped up again. If I weren't in NTNX, I would like to take a position here on CGC. I would have most likely have gotten in on the push back up from the pullback around 27.10, and I would have held it into highs of 28.50 for the next day because it does have room to grow. Let's go ahead and look at the 4 hour chart. Oh yeah, and what is attractive to me most to me about this one is that on for swings I usually don't look at all of the time frames. Like the time frames I have are the 3 year weekly, the 1 year the 1 year daily, the 180 day 4 hour, the 20 day 1 hour, 10 day 30 minute, 5 day 15 minute, a 5 day 5 minute, and 1 day 1 minute. I use the 1 day 1 minute and the 5 day 5 minute to exit and entry. No, to enter and exit swings or day trades, and to look at the channel that it is trading in between for the week. I look at the 15 minute, 30 minute, and the 1 hour, and then for confirmation of that uptrend, or no, or not confirmation, but just to see where the overall stock is headed. I look at the 4 hour and the 1 year 1 day, but on in some cases I do look at the 3 year weekly, and on every single time frame, CGC is above the EMA. You see here on okay, let's go back to the 3 year weekly. Look at that, above the EMA. Let's go to the 4 hour, above the EMA. Hold on, I skipped the 1 year. My bad. But it's not above, quite above the EMA yet, but as you can see, it is getting there. Still attractive to me. Let's look at the 30-minute, above the way overextended above the EMA. 15-minute overextended above the EMA. No, 5 minute. 5-minute overextended above the EMA. Bounced off of 27 and the EMA. And on the 1 minute overextended and above the EMA. Oops, excuse me, my bad. But since this is overextended on the day, I am expecting a pullback right here. As you can see, I pulled up my VWAP line, and as you can see, the VWAP is at 27.16. So if you are planning or wanting to take a position into this, break it down first. Obviously, don't trust my opinion only. I could be wrong, but from what I've experienced is that when a certain ticker overextends itself and breaks out on the same day, people are usually wanting to get in for a swing or a day trade. If I were to just day trade this, I would have bought in exactly at 27 and sold on the way up. But if I were to swing this, which I would like to, I would wait for a pullback, which it has already pulled back to 27 twice already. Now that I'm seeing. And then I would have held it into the push of next morning. But as you can see, it is overextended on the day. Don't worry, because I do believe that you still can get in at a good price around 27 if you are trying to take a position. So CGC is on the radar and it's looking really, really nice. Now let's move into the next ticker, SABR. SABR was in the watch list this week. Or no, it was added from one of my fellow associates. As you can see, it trended on Monday and Tuesday. It trended up pretty well, and then on Wednesday, yesterday on Tuesday at pre-market, it sold off pretty hard, but now it's actually recovering. And as you can see, it bounced from the support at 24.52. Let me draw a trend line for you guys. 24.51, close enough. Close enough. Boom. Now, as you can see, it bounced off of the support right here, and it's continuing to trend up. I will have my alert set for 25.50 for the continuation of the uptrend, because as you can see, there is resistance right there at 20. It did hit resistance at 25.50, and it is coming back to possibly retest that and continue even further, completing the pattern at the resistance at 26.80. Now let's go look at the 4-hour chart. Yep, bounce off support, heading back up. The 1-hour chart. Yeah, looks like it's looking pretty good. All right, now let's go to ticker symbol ON. ON. Oh, the 4-hour chart. It finally came back above its on. Let me change my studies to my swing. Yes, I named it Chuck too. Don't worry. Let's see. It did make its way back above 22, which I did find attractive. But as you can see, it did get rejected here at 22.50. So I will have my alert set as soon as it can reach above 22.50, because from 22.50 to the potential resistance at the SMA at 23.72 offers about 5.43%. Pretty good if you ask me. RSI and MACD are looking pretty high. As you can see, it can, what I'm seeing is that it can possibly come back down to retest 22 to see if it wants to validate it as support again, or what it can do is bounce off of 22 and come back to 22.50, and it can just start trading in a channel from 22 to 22.50 for like a couple of days. And that channel, if it does get to that channel's offers from top to bottom, the channel offers 2.41% each time. So you can go ahead and scalp those channels if you want to. Now let's move on to the ETFs now. Now the ETFs are acting pretty wild. As you can see, Um, on the 1 hour chart, this is a ticker symbol GUSH, Gush. This is the oil and gas ETF. This is the bullish version of the inverses and as you can see, it sold off pretty hard below its support at 36.60 and its previous support at $36 and is now currently priced at 35.84. Now let's take a look at why it's selling off. Let's take a look at the future, which it follows /CL, and as you can see right here, it sold off pretty hard. And Gush is the bullish ETF, so as you would imagine, it would sell off too. But the inverse, the bearish one, as you can see, it broke new highs of the it broke its horizontal trend and made new highs because it is the bearish version. But as you can see, it does have a resistance right here at 650. So I am betting that tomorrow Gush would be good. Tomorrow and on Friday would be a good for a day trade on Gush. And if I'm able to get out of NTNX by that time, I would like to day trade the horizontal pattern that Gush and Drip offers. Now let's see. Let's go to Gush. Let's see how it's doing on the day. Let's go to the 30-minute. As you can see, it is trying to recover, make new legs up. But before it can confirm that, I will set my alert at 36.50. It is pretty oversold, which is good for Gush. Set my alert there. Now let's take a look back at /CL. I'll set my alert once it reaches back above the support at 66.71. There you go. Let me change that to blue. Oops. Apparently, I don't know how to operate a laptop. I can trade stocks, but I can't operate a laptop. I can do a lot of things. No. I can't do a lot of simple things, but I can trade stocks, and I tell myself that every time. I'm like, you can't open this lid, but you can somehow provide technical analysis on a day-to-day basis. It really doesn't make any sense to me, and I just get mad at myself for that. But anyway, that should be it for the week. Let's see what else. PBR pulling back. I talked about that one on the chat. It's pulling back to the EMA line. I'm not really interested in that. Not really interested in PSTG anymore. I believe it got rejected. Oh, GPS. GPS offers a horizontal pattern, but I'm pretty sure it did get rejected here at $31. I still have my alert set for 31.08 just to make sure. Look at that. You got hold up, look at that. It got rejected exactly at my alert at 31.08. Wow, that is someone's toying with me. That's not funny. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, that should be it for the midweek recap. NTNX is still holding. I don't plan on selling until, like I said, until it cracks below that support point. But until then, what's on my radar is CGC, Gush. Oh, and then possibly DGAS for a swing trade, because I don't know. I don't plan to get into it yet. It does have overall support at 20. Let me go back to the 4 hour. And let's go to the yearly for this one. Yearly's looking choppy. There you go. 4 hours looking a little bit better. As you can see, this blue line here at oh no, I need to draw that a little bit lower. Anyway, it has overall support at 20 from where my blue line is drawn, 2050. As you can see, it validated that support right here. not right there, but close to it, and then right here. So I'm betting that it will validate it as support right here. Let me go ahead. I'm betting it will validate support right here as soon as it reaches this zone, and then we can possibly see a bounce. But let's go to natural gas. This is the commodity that DGAS and UGAS follow. And as you can see, it is going back to its previous. It is trending back up to its previous highs at $3, which is good for UGAS, but not for DGAS, because we want to get into or I want to get into DGAS because I mean, sure you can get into UGAS, it wouldn't be a problem, but it's just too overextended for me to even feel like taking that position. I like to get in on the bottoms, not the tops. I would rather get on the because the bottoms have more potential margin to cover, while tops, they're at the top, so they don't have that much unless they start making higher highs. But then at that point, when do you know it's gonna go back down? I don't. I don't think you do. So you know, tomatoes, tomatoes. So yeah, let's set alert for DGAS. Let's go on the 5 minute chart here. Ooh, it's all white. Okay. Let's see. Let's set an alert if it breaks 2090. Oh shit. Blue. There you go. And then let's set an alert if it breaks above. I want to say this consolidation right here at 22. Oh, and don't forget, natural gas and UGAS. No, natural gas has a weekly report every Thursday around 10 a.m. Central Time. So, so usually what happens during those days is that either, depending on the reports, UGAS or DGAS is going to gap up or down for the day. So as you can see right here, this was last Thursday, August 2nd. As you can see, this gap down, that was the gas report. And let's go to UGAS. And don't ask me if I know how to read the gas reports. I really don't. I should though. I probably should start learning. It'll be really helpful. And then as you can see, August 2nd, as you can see this gap up, that right there is the gas report. And you can play these, but they are extremely risky, and I would advise you to stay away unless you understand. So that will be it for the day. Like I said, I'm still in NTNX. I'm waiting for a bounce. Eyes are set on Gush and CGC. Yeah, for the rest of the week, because it is nearing close to that week, the Friday payday. So, yeah, that'll be all. So I'll see you guys later. Happy trading.